Good evening all, and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Sunday the 9th of October, which means it's day 9 of Sober October, and we're going for a wine today. It's alcohol-free wine, obviously. It's a red wine, it's from Sainsbury's, it's this one. It is the Sainsbury's alcohol-free red wine, funnily enough. It describes itself as an aromatized alcohol-free wine, and it's also described as soft and fruity. It's 0.05% ABV, and it's £3 a bottle in your local Sainsbury's. And it says on the back that the alcohol has been removed from this red wine to give a smooth and fresh drink with delicious blackcurrant and red berry flavours. It is a refreshing alternative to wine for those who do not wish to consume alcohol. Served with tomato-based pasta or chicken dishes, or in my case, without either. It's soft and fruity, blackcurrant and red berry flavours, and it's served with tomato-based dishes. It repeats itself on the label, that says. And you've got a guide to the body of this wine, A through E, light through full-bodied. This one is described as A, so you've got it right there. It's not going to show very well on the back of the bottle. Right there. Your ingredients are de-alcoholized wine, rectified concentrated grape must, natural flavourings, and your preservative is sulfur dioxide. Like I say, £3 a bottle in your local Sainsbury's. So I'm not holding out huge hope at £3, but it's Sainsbury's. You never know. So let's get it out into a glass and see what we think. Now, because I am a bit of a heathen, we're not going into a wine glass. We're going into my teku, because that's the kind of guy I am. And the pour, once I switch hands, is... well, it's the right colour at least. Pour a bit fair chunk in there. We've got a big bowl, plenty for photos. That'll do. It's deep red with a hint of purple coming through on the lights. You know, otherwise, up close and personal, it's as black as night. However, there is a beautiful red-purple tinge to it. Let's have a whiff. Oh, okay. It smells like a red wine, in as much as it smells like a cheap red wine. It's got that vinegar note, and that's the one thing I really dislike about red wine. However, I've had a couple of alcohol-free reds that have that same kind of vibe on the nose, but they don't taste anything like it. It's a positive in some senses because it is authentic on the nose. Not really getting the berries and the blackcurrants that they talk about, but that is more on the flavour though. Otherwise, I could be fooled into thinking it's a regular full-fat red wine on the nose. So yeah, so it looks good. Smells like red wine. Let's have a taste. Cheers. Excuse me while I try and get some moisture back in my mouth. This one's really dry, really quite dry. I'm pleased to say that the vinegary note on the nose really doesn't translate very well into the flavour of the wine, which for me is a great thing. It is sucking every last drop of moisture out of my soul though. It's super, super dry. It's light. It is fruity. I see where they're going with the blackcurrant. And the red berries, well, yeah, I suppose they are there. It is fruity. It's a fruity little number. It really is dry. That is, I've never had a red wine quite so dry. It's unusual. It's messing with my mind. That said, it's got a good body to it. You know, it's not thin and watery. It's an authentic mouthfeel for a wine. I just can't get over that dryness. It's super, super dry. This stuff could mop up a flood. Not getting any tanginess that I can get on a red wine, but all told, it actually tastes quite good. Very good for £3, I should say. And that raises a point. Not bad. Not bad at all. So, as we know, I don't score wines in the same way as I do a beer against my 5 pillars of judgment, which are the looks, the aroma, the body, the taste, and the finish. I will score a wine on 3 things. Well, yeah, I suppose 3. Does it give an authentic drinking experience? Do I like it? Would I buy it again? And I suppose value for money. And the value for money raises an interesting point here. First of all, does it give an authentic drinking experience? From the nose, absolutely. It's got that red wine aroma very, very faithfully. From a flavour perspective, I don't know what kind of grapes go into this wine, so I can't really say. But it does have that full-bodied fruitiness, even though it describes itself as a light wine. And it doesn't describe itself as dry, but it is so dry. Style is soft and fruity. Yeah, it is soft and fruity. It does what it says it should do. So yeah, it's authentic enough. I wouldn't say it's the most authentic I've had, but it is pretty close to the top of that list. Would I buy it again? Do you know what? I probably would, if I wanted all the moisture extracted from my mouth again. And does it represent value for money? For £3, absolutely. You know, I appreciate a red wine. It's not something I would sit and go out and drink on a regular basis. Never did, probably never will. But, you know, I like them on occasion. And this one is pretty good. And the value for money for £3, you cannot knock it. And here's the point I want to raise. There is a lot of talk in various communities related to and in and around alcohol when it comes to alcohol-free beverages. And that is the cost of them. A lot of people say, why are alcohol-free beverages as expensive, if not sometimes more so, than a full fat leaded drink? And many of the times you can say it's because the cost to produce them is much the same. You've got to make it with alcohol, take it out. In the case of this wine and other beers like Adam's Ghost Ship AF, sometimes they're brewed to a lower ABV, you know, NOLO, 0 to 0.5, thereabouts. It all costs money. But when you get bottles of wine like this for £3, you know it can be done, and it can be done cheaper. So, yeah, I'd love to know what Sainsbury's are doing, apart from potentially screwing their suppliers down or using perhaps an inferior quality wine to start with. I don't know. But it is good value for money, and it shows that you can get really good value for money even drinks out there, and of which this is one. So, yeah, it is good value. No getting away from that. It's dry, good value, and tastes all right. And that's the takeaway from this one. I'm going to leave it there. That has been the alcohol-free wine. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You've got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I will see you again soon for another one. Bye.